Hi there, welcome back to Isabel Explains. In this video, I'll show you how to find the surface area of a rectangular prism. Now, before we get started, I just want to let you know that this video is actually part of a series of videos where I explain area, surface area, and volume. So if you want to check out the rest of the series, make sure to check out the video description. Let's go. So let's suppose that you have a rectangular prism and you want to find the surface area. First of all, I want to clarify what the difference is between surface area and volume, which I know that my students get this mixed up all the time. So surface area is, I want you to imagine that you want to paint this rectangular prism, right? How much paint are you going to need? Like how much area are you gonna cover by painting it? That would be the surface area. Now, if I wanted to fill this up with, let's say, water, right? How much space would that occupy inside of the rectangular prism? That would be the volume. So in this case, what we're gonna look for first is the surface area. So we're gonna see how much area around it, like if I wanted to paint the whole thing, how much area would I be painting? So in order to do that, what I'm gonna have to do is I have to imagine, at least this is what works for me, okay? You always do what works for you. What I imagine is that I actually tear this apart like a box, right? Like I literally just break it down completely, and I'm going to imagine it, instead of like one whole figure, I'm gonna imagine it as 6 different figures. So what I would imagine is, I would imagine the front part of it would be one shape. The back of it, which is actually identical to the front, would be a second one. We would have the top part of here, that would be another one. The bottom one here, which would be identical to the top, would be the 4th one. And then I would have the lateral side here, which would be my 5th one. And then this side right here would be my 6th one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to draw basically 6 different figures, 3 really, because we know that there's 2 identical for each. And we're going to find what the measurements of those are, the areas of those are, and then we add them all up together. So what I have is the front side of it. We know that the base is going to be 10 and the height is going to be 6. So that's what I'm gonna have here. I'm gonna have a 10 by 6 rectangle. And I wrote here a little note for myself, ×2, because I know there's 2 that are identical, which is the front and the back. The second one would be a 10 by 4, because it would be this, the top part right here, which would be 10 meters long and 4 meters wide. So it would be a 10 by 4 rectangle at the top. Again, it's ×2 because I'm gonna have 2 of them. So I have the top and I have the bottom. Then this one is a 4 by 6, which would be the lateral sides here. We have a 4 would be the base, 6 would be my height, and I have 2 of them, right? So I also multiply those by 2. So what we're gonna do is just find the area of each of them. This one would be 10 times 6, which is 60 square meters, times 2, because we have 2 of them. So it'll be 120 square meters. The other 2 sides, the top and bottom, would be 10 times 4, which is 40 meters squared, times 2, because I have 2 of them. I have a top and bottom. That is 80 square meters. And the lateral sides, which are 4 times 6, which is 24 square meters, times 2, because we have 2 lateral sides, which is 48 square meters. So that gives us a grand total of 248 square meters. Now, if you want to find out what the volume of this rectangular prism is, make sure to watch the next video.